Go to market and choose services. Search for housekeeping services. You will find two categories. One is cleaning sanitation on outcome based, another is hiring of sanitation service. In the first one, you need to measure your areas as per square feet and then go for per square feet rates. For the second one, you need to go for hiring of manpower, say sweepers, supervisor, etc. So let us go for the outcome based service. Before you make any contract, please remember that it is important to read the service level agreement. This will help you while you go for any contract, what are the terms and conditions you need to follow, so that it will be helpful at later stage. So just go through this. You will find objective and goals, the parties to the agreement, scope of services, what the firm will supply to you during the service, and how, the definitions of areas and machinery list and all those things. So the important thing in the whole SLA is service provider's obligation and buyer obligation. Then of course one more important thing is penalties and fines. Please go through this because it will help you when you go for the contract, execution of the contract, because in many times the firm may default and what actions you can take. In fact, you can terminate the contract if he is continuing the same default for more than thrice. So this is important for making any contract. Now let us start a contract. Say we want a contract from any date. Don't worry much about contract end date. Just put something for more than 1 year. That will do, because you get a lot of chance to change the dates at a later stage. Now put number of working days in a month. Say you have an office, so you have got say 24 days of working days in a month. So now you have to put number of cycles during the contract period. So if you have got 12 months, so 24 into 12, 288, and frequency in each cycle. If you are going for an everyday contract, suppose it is a weekly contract, it will be 4 per month, so into 12, that will be 48. Frequency in each cycle, say we want to clean it once in a day, so it will be 1. Now go to bidding, select consignees. Now define the area, how much area you want to do the cleaning. Now define other things, like if you want to have an hospitality area, then nature of service, suppose general cleaning. Now type of area, indoor. Area inclusions, it will be say common area. Floor type, maybe normal stone. Type of cycle, whether you want it daily, yes. Add-on, you will put if you want consumables to be provided by the service provider, of course yes. High-end machinery, maybe you don't require here, so no. So now you have got one offer. If you see this offer, you will see that there is a charge for per square feet, how much he will take, and the consumable how much he will take. So now how you get this price of 57,605? By adding the total amount which will be required for per square feet into the number of square feet and the number of days you are using. Similarly, consumables, it will be also in the same way. So the total will be added. So you add to cart. Now, in your guest house or office, there may be a toilet, there may be a common area, there will be a garden. So you want to club these cleaning services into one. So in that is called bunching. So if that is the thing, so if you want to club similar cleaning services, just go to the left, click here, and now change the parameters here. So say number of working days is 24, number of cycles. Suppose you have you want to give a cleaning contract for a garden. So maybe you want only cleaning once in a week. So it will be say 4 in a month. So for a 12 months contract, it will be 48. So you can say 48 here. Frequency in the cycle 1. Now you can change other things also. Select consignees, go and define this area. So it may be a big area. So okay, 50,000 square feet. Type of space, okay, hospitality. Nature of service, okay, general cleaning. Type of area, it is outdoor. Area inclusions, it will be garden. And floor type not applicable. Then cleaning will be weekly, and add-ons, of course you want add consumables, and high-end machinery you may not require. So now if you select, you are getting a lot of offers. The offer rates are varying as per the consumables. The standard unit rate cleaning is constant, only the rates for consumables is varying. So depending on how much you want to pay, you select one offer here. So add to cart. Now you will get an option whether to add to existing cart or create a new cart. So you say add to existing cart. In that case it will be bunched. Now in a contract for a guest house or an office, you may also want to add some manpower, maybe some laundry services, some catering services, etc. These are also can be, they can be also added here. So if you see there are so many services showing here, so you can add these services. So suppose for the sake of explaining, let me add one of the service. Say I will go for manpower outsourcing service, minimum wages. So let me click here. Once I click, the category of manpower outsourcing service minimum wages opens. Now again you go through the SLA, that is again you must do it for better service execution. Now there's contract periods are concerned. Now select other things. Suppose number of working days is say again 24. Tenure of employment 12 months. Minimum daily wages, suppose you want to pay 700 rupees. Provident fund say 12 rupees, 12%. So basically it will be 84 rupees. EDLI is 0. ESI if you are paying 4%, again it will be 28 rupees. So these things you can take from your earlier data. You must have already done some contracts, so you must have all the data of PF and ESI. Bonus and other things you can put 0. Other allowances 0. Uh, and all these things you can just put not available. And designation you can always put. If you want a sweeper, you can write there. Now go to the left hand side, select consignees. Now how many manpower you want, you can put it, say 10 numbers, say okay. Now you select the skill category, say unskilled. type of functions, it will be others. The list of profiles you can select, there will be profile for sweeper. Education qualification not required. Specialization of course not required. Post graduation of course not required. Experience you can put 0 to 3 years. Additional certificate of course not required. So now you are getting one offer. Now you can just add to the cart. So again it will ask add to existing cart or new cart. So add to existing cart so that you will get one contract for all the services. So you keep on adding. Now I have added total 3 categories, total 3 services. You can add as many categories you want. Suppose you want to add something which is not available in this list, you can ask GeM for adding that, including that category. They will do it for you. Now select bid. Now you need to do all this works from specification till you verify OTP and publish. So now we are in specification. Just see the data, nothing much to change. Do it for all those 3 specifications. You can change data here also, but generally you don't require it because you have already selected those parameters. Continue. Now you have reached to the consignee reporting officer page, where you have to select these items, and if you want to do some changes you can do it here, but generally it is not required here also. You need to do for all the 3 services you have bunched. Then you will be going to the next page. Please understand, this page is the most important page in the GeM bid creation. If you are able to do it successfully, then half of your problems will be solved. So bid duration, depending on the size of value of the tender, you can give a bid duration. Say I am giving 21 days, so it will open after 21 days. Bid offer validity, you can go up to 80 days. If you want to take it for RA, that is reverse auction, so in this case we may not need it, so we are not going for that. Then select evaluation method. If you want to evaluate each and every category separately, you can go for item wise evaluation, otherwise total value wise evaluation is okay. Generally we should go for total value wise evaluation. Time to be allowed to the seller for technical clarification. Whatever time you want to give it for technical clarification, please mention it here. Now you can put your bid estimated values here. So now say I have put it around 21 lakhs. Now do you want to display bid estimated value in bid document? Let it be displayed, no issue on that. Now contract duration, you can go up to 4 years. Let me select 2 years for this purpose. Now eligibility criteria, you can give as per your own department's eligibility criteria. Suppose your department's criteria is that 150% for 3 years, so you can give around 50%. So basically it will be say I am putting 10 lakhs. Year of past experience, again as per your department's rules and regulations. Past experience of similar service, you can always see here there is a difference in what generally your department follows and what GeM suggests. It is 80 50 40 clause, that is 80 percent of one order, 50% of two orders, or 40% of three orders of the tender bid value. Now document required from seller, of course, because you will check this eligibility criteria, so you will put some documents you require. You want to give exemption to verified MSMEs? Yes, for MSEs you give exemption for experience and turnover. Similarly, for verified startup also, generally we give it that exemption. Whether financial document indicating price breakup required, you can always say okay, give that price breakup. Additional qualification, generally you should select the first one where it geographical presence, because that makes your execution of the contract better. Other things you may or may not give it. Scope of work service, add the documents. So list of consumable required, again you can add some documents if it is there, because you have already selected that they will have to provide it, maybe you will add those things. List of high end machinery, if you require you can put it. Any other condition if you want you can put it. Similarly, if you want to get that breakup in a proper format of your own requirement, you can select this one. Now whether you should go for quality and cost based selection or LCS based evaluation, so you if you want you can go for yes, otherwise you say no. If you want to go for QC based or LCS, you need to give the weightage you are giving for each parameter. Now pre-bid details, if you want to do an interaction, so you can put the date when you want to interact, and of course date and time, then of course you can put the venue, then you save it. Now you have reached to the page where you have to select for EMD and EPBG. Of course you select for nowadays EMD is again allowed, so you are selecting EMD. So now you give your bank name and all those details, whatever percentage is being taken in by your own organization. Similarly EPBG also, if you select it, again now the rule is 3%, so give it 3%, and the duration should be generally 2 months beyond the period of the contract, so it will be say 26 months. Other details you can put as per your department's requirement and save it. In this page it is asking whether you want to give purchase preference to MSEs. So for a central buyer you should say yes, just save it. You will go to the next page, which is again an important page, that is terms and conditions page. Here you need to select some criteria from the library, or you can also add. How I am showing you, go to the generic page. If you go to second page, you will find there are some criteria like duration of service may be extended up to 6 months. So please select that one, add it. There is option clause already added here, so option is for 25% only. Another important criteria you should add is service and support, where he should have an office in your place, that is also required. Just add it. And then payment clause, this is also very important, you should add it, that says that the service provider should submit the documents regarding salaries and wages to his staff, so that you will pay on the basis of confirmation that he has already paid salaries. So this ensures a better contract. Other things which you should add is, if you have any specific buyer specific ATC, you want to put some more clauses, that is also you can add here. It can be ATC text based, or you can add a PDF also. Similarly you can put SLA also extra, and scope of work also. In the buyer added text based ATC clause, you can add your clause as you require. So whatever you add, that will be a part of the tender condition. So now you have finished almost all the conditions and other things in the bid making. Now once you say I agree to the terms and condition, you get the bid document, save it somewhere, verify OTP. It will come to your mobile phone as well as your email. Once you enter the OTP, your bid is published. Now you can always change the terms in the bid. You can extend it, the bid also, and you can also cancel the bid if you require.